Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. I hope you guys are doing well. Sag, this is going to be your September 2023 reading. This will be Sun, Moon, Rising, in your Venus cross watcher. If that's you, welcome to the channel as well. As always, that thing never goes off until I start a video. Never fails. So Sag, we're going to dive in, see what September holds for you guys. For those of you who have commented, liked, shared, subscribed, who have donated and set up personal readings with me, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you very much for that. And if anybody else is interested in those things, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. And you can also find me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. So Sag, I was tapping into your energy before I opened up this reading. I'm going to check this out, but it's kind of like, I would typically say bossing up, but this is like taking charge. This is moving forward. This is come at me, bro, kind of shit. So I don't know, Sag, what's going on. We're going to dive in and see what's happening. But with all these retrogrades, nothing I don't think would surprise me at this point. We are in an evolutionary type of process right now. We've seen astrological shifts that have been profound, and you guys are, Spirit is saying, taking a deep dive into the lessons right now. So holy moly, I feel like this reading is going to be rather interesting. I just did Aries. You guys, you fire signs keep popping up today, so we'll see what happens, right? But Sag, I think this is going to be a little entertaining on this side of the fence for me anyhow, for you guys. So I'll show you this card. I have this deck and I can't remember what it's called. I don't know where the box is for it, but there you are. So I've been using these cards to pull the readings, and I don't know why I feel the need to explain this, but I'm going to. I'm sure there's going to be a bigger reason behind it later. So I've got this deck of cards, and it's got all of all of the signs and all of the planets and things like that in it. And I was like, I had my own little system before and decided to start using these cards instead to allow Spirit to gift me who it is that needs to be next, and fire signs seem to be the thing today. Also, note that the full moon, it's August 30th. It's Wednesday, August 30th. The full moon is here, right? Harness the power of this moon. This is about your spiritual connection to everything around you. It is discerning, it is learning, it is unprogramming, it is so much. There's so much in this moon that's happening for us right now. If I have time today, maybe I'll do a quick spread on what this moon means for us. But we'll see. I don't think I'm going to have time to do that, though. I'd like to. But yeah, Sag, this energy is like, come at me. Come on. What you got? Are we ready to fight with somebody? Are we ready to like go toe-to-toe on something? I feel like this kind of pertains to life in general right now, is how this feels, Sag. I know I'm kind of rambling 3 minutes in, but this is just kind of what I'm being guided to say and bring up for you all. Surrender. I think in the past you had to surrender to an idea, a person, and a situation at some point. You had to let go of control because a lesson was coming in as a result of that. There was a timeout. That change had to occur. So it's like you may have had to take a seat, a back seat to things for a little bit. I don't feel like this is the energy moving forward, though. This is definitely a past energy of surrender. So in the past month or so, I want to say specifically, you may have been in a place where you just had to call it for what it was. Like, okay, if I've got to let shit go and I can't control it and I don't know what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to be here. And I think that you found that it was exhausting you. There was something around a situation that was exhausting you. And it wasn't like, and it's funny, I usually say there's red flags, green flags, yellow flags. This was like black. Like everything had to be blackened out. And when you black things out, like you can't see anything, right? So you may have been caught up in a cycle of some sort that you just couldn't see the forest for the trees kind of vibe. Like it was like the curtain call on something. Something came to an end that had to come to an end because it needed to clear the space. It needed to take that black and turn it to white for the sake of peace and serenity, for the sake of purity, for the sake of renewal, for a blank slate, for a clean canvas. Something had to change in that surrender for you. And you guys, I pull these cards and I feel the need to say this to you. A lot of what comes through, I don't care how these cards fall. You know, readers, not all readers, and I don't mean it in a negative sense, tend to read based upon the meaning of the card. I go primarily off of the intuitiveness. So between the Sag card and the surrender and the divine messages that are being thrown at me, like that's where I take this. And that card, and specifically with that surrender and that Sag card, is like, you had to learn a lesson. You had to learn a lesson, and this had to be blackened out. The curtain call, the final act, had to happen in order for something to change. It had to happen the way that it did, whatever that means for you. Everybody will be different. And learning how to just let it go was the key point to this for you from Spirit. You had to learn how to let it go. Just being in a space of divine flow and understanding that even if you don't understand it in that moment, something was going to turn, something was going to shift, something was going to change. You weren't supposed to see it. You weren't supposed to be a part of it. You weren't supposed to know it. You just had to trust it. It was the process. This could also be part of the Sag too, is getting a deeper awareness. This moon is a very spiritual moon that we're under, and pardon me, my eyeball is itching. Was a very deep spiritual, or is a very deep spiritual lesson here as well. It's asking us to step into that spirituality, and that kind of came out for Aries as well. But in this, when you talk about that final cut, that final curtain call, the showdown, the close down, the whatever it was that had to occur for you, there was a relief that comes in as a result of that. So you may have seen some sort of relief in the past month or so, and I can't remember what your last reading was about. But it was meant to open you to be still as something new was beginning to take place, or as something new is beginning to take place for you. But it was about the change. It was about understanding that the past is not always going to repeat itself. So let's see, present energy, Spirit for Sag. It's time. Hey, here you go. You're being asked to move forward now. Dreams and the things that you've held near and dear to your heart, Sag. It's now time. You're ready. You needed to surrender. Talk about that curtain call, that shutdown, that close down, right? Now it's time. You needed that time in between to just be still, to figure things out, to recognize what was important. Now you have a better understanding as we've moved through some of this retrograde and craziness that we've been dealing with. I want to say to you, I don't know why, the Venus retrograde itself, all of the signs have been affected differently by the various retrogrades, some more so than others, some, as I just said in the Aries video, all of us are affected by them significantly, even kill across the board. But to me, what I'm pulling in from this is Venus itself for you. It's about your partnerships, right? And pay attention to where it sits for you right now as well, what's transiting. But now is the time. Now is the time to put into the work into new things that are coming into your world. Bottom of the deck, jump in. You know that like all of a sudden, it's like turning the radio dial, right? Like you just got to tweak it just a little bit sometimes. We think back, like depending on how old you are, right? Just showing my age. When you had to tweak it, play with that dial, right? To get it to tune in, just like, dealing with the law of attraction, you got to tune in to the right frequency. This frequency took time to get there for you. You kept playing with it, trying to figure it out, tuning it in, tuning it out. This is fuzzy, this is shit, this is not my thing, I don't know. Finally, 9:19 on the clock. Finally, it's there. You have tuned in. Now it's time. That pause, that surrender, you were 3/4 of the way there and didn't know it. Very interesting. I got the crazy chills. Ooh, goodness. All right, Sag, one more card. Listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act. Again, it's time to act on this wisdom. If you are feeling the need, this is a healing. This was meant to teach you about your worth. This was meant to teach you about your belief in yourself. You could be dealing with somebody that is showing you this awareness. You yourself could just be having this awareness within you, that this is meant to teach you your value, your worth, and how you begin to heal that. What am I deserving of? What am I worth? I am worth everything. I deserve everything good. If anybody's let you down in the past, they've made you question your belief in yourself, no more, baby. No more. This is so empowering. And, talking about that feeling of that toe-to-toe energy, like, come at me. Because you can't wear me down like you did before. These situations, these people, these whatever these are, you're not going to let them affect you. You're going to hear it out. But your inner voice is talking to you. It's bringing you an awareness. And it's time. It's time to make forward movement. It's time to, I don't want to even say smooth sailing, Sag, because we know there's always bumps along the way. But I think throughout the rest of this year, it's going to get easier for you. You might be a little bit afraid of it, is how Spirit is bringing it in. You may have some fear, a little bit of like, hold on a second here. Just go. Go, 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 go into it. It's time to utilize what you have learned to move through this next phase of life. If you've put in the work, if you're truly opening yourself up to the divine, you're ready. You're absolutely ready. All right, Sag, let's check it out. These are the mantra cards. What mantras does Sag need? You can't make it up, even if you freaking try. I swear to God. You've got this listen card, right? Listen. I'm going to repeat it. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. What comes out of the mantra deck? Hearing inner guidance. 1222. My intuition flows whenever I am still. Pay attention, Sag. If you have not paid attention, again, I feel like I want to yell at you guys right now. Pay attention. You are being guided. You are being pushed. You are being led to something new. You weren't ready before, but you are now. You are ready for this new journey. You are ready for this new experience. And fuck, it is going to be fulfilling. I don't think that you believe it simply because of what you've dealt with in the past. But honest to God, the hair on my arms is standing up. You are so ready. You are ready, willing, and able to do this. Do not let your doubt of the past creep in. You have closed a cycle. We, talk about that curtain coming down. It's done. There is no more. You know exactly where you're heading. You know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what you want. It's time to go. It's go time. It is 110% go time. Was it a camel or something? On that one commercial, the Geico commercial, it's go time or something. I don't know. I could be confusing things. I don't really watch TV or any of that stuff, but I remember that specifically. But it's go time. It's time for you to make your mark on the world. It's time for you to take what you have learned and put it out there. It's time for you to take what you have learned and experience it differently in your own life. Profound change, Sag. I love September for you. I'm going to take both of these. See, that's surrender again. Transforming tragedy. So if you've dealt with hard shit, you've dealt with heavy shit, you've dealt with shitty people, you've dealt with shitty situations. Oh my God, are we waking up, Sagittarius? Are we waking up, Sag? Because in this, loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Like, I feel like Spirit has dangled that carrot in front of your face for so long. It reminds me of the card from the Night of the House of the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. Blah. And they're like dangling this little like thing out in front of the cat, right? It's to be playful. It's to open you up, right? Like, come on. Do you see this? Do you see what this could be? Do you see what this could be? But fuck, you had to open yourself up. You had to be willing to be positive and confident and stand toe-to-toe with people, situations, things, whatever it might be, so that you could get there. And now you're there. You're there. You are right there on the precipice of walking through this amazing portal to a whole new life for yourself. Like, shit, you had to go through a cycle. You had to figure it out. You had to see who was there, who was truly there for the right reasons, who was not there for the right reasons. And this can also be healing for not just you, but whatever situation or person or whatever it might be that you're dealing with. This is karmic. This is to open you up, but that cycle is closed. Grounding my energy. It is safe to be in my body. Ground yourself, Sag. Plain and simple. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what it's calling you to do. If it's to eat right, if it's to exercise, if it's to make movement, if it's to rest, whatever your body is requiring of you, again, it is asking you to listen. It is time to transform the things that have not worked, the things that have brought you pain and hurt and guilt and shame and afraid to be vulnerable. It is time to step into this. Sag, this might be the best freaking reading I have ever done for you thus far. Crossing my fingers, it stays that way, right? But this power, this innate fired up energy to get up and go, it's phenomenal. Like, I'm super excited for you guys. I've got a lot of Sages in my life, and you know, awesome. I love this. I love this. All right, Sag, what's going on? Past, present, future energy, please, Spirit. Sag. Envy, door to personal healing and happiness. Did we get sick of being on the outside looking in? Or sick of being on the inside of our own pain and grief and looking outside to the beautiful world around us and going, why can't I be a part of that world? It's like Ariel, right? I just want to be a part of that world kind of thing, right? I can't hold a tune. But that's how this feels to me. Like, I'm tired of being in this misery. I'm tired of being in these complex situations. I'm tired of not affirming what it is that I want and what I need. I want to be happy. I want to feel good. I want to be more than just a shallow soul. I deserve abundance. Here you are, Sag. Tired of being on the inside? You know, it's almost like locking yourself up in the house. You know, some of us, we go out and we socialize. It's making me think of a meme that I put on Facebook. But it's like, you know, you go out, you socialize, you got to go back into your hole and hide away for 3 months. Like, I feel like you guys have been hiding away for like 3 years since COVID happened. Like, I'm just going to shut down and I'm just going to stay in my bubble. Are we feeling the need to get out and enjoy and explore? I surely hope so. All right, for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Woman holding heart. Do you see how that bounced out of there? So for some of you, doesn't matter, you know, who you are, what you identify as. You could have either had a change of heart about somebody or someone's had a change of heart about you. The way that flip-flopped out of there was like, wait a second, it's upright, it comes out, bounces back, and comes out back out in the upright. Is someone had to learn something here, Sag. Whether this is you or the person you're dealing with, somebody had to learn something. It's kind of like playing with the energy, tangoing. That 8, a cycle, again, repeating it, underneath the surrender, had to close out. Something had to shift and change. Community, coming together with like-minded folks, recognizing your place in the world, recognizing where you stand, who you're now socializing with, who you're coming into contact with, how they're supporting of you, and this time it's being harmonized. It is harmonizing for your betterment. Finally, at last. It is beautiful. It's magnificent. It feels good. It's opening you up. That you have identified your boundaries of yourself and said, this is what I need. This is how I feel. This is what I know. And it's finally feeling better. Like you are moving on to a higher vibrational awareness and a higher vibrational group that is more of your soul family, your soul tribe. Like this feels right. They understand me. This person understands me. My partner understands me. My family understands. These people that are coming into your world genuinely get where you're coming from. They can empathize with you and they want to harmonize with you too. And you're finally learning to find your voice and talk about it. It feels a little raspy to me though. Like oh, I'm going to say this, and I might say it a little softer than I typically would say something I'm being assertive about, but you're starting to find your voice in that. You're starting to express who you are in this group. These people around you could also be encouraging you to do the same. To speak up, to be aware, to acknowledge how you feel and speak about how you feel. But not only is it about speaking, you know, you look at the throat chakra energy, it's not just about speaking, it's about listening. Our throat, right? So our fifth chakra is connected to our throat and our ears. And our ears create this, like if you ever look at like a diagram or something to that effect of the chakras, they have trumpeted openings. So our root, the bottom, or the opening of the trumpet faces down, right? That's that grounding energy. Every chakra, the rest of the way up to the heart, the trumpet sticks out right towards the front and center. The throat has two openings, one to the back and one to the front. Why? Because not only do we need to speak, we need to listen. So the levels of communication, even though we're dealing with Mercury retrograde right now, and it's just come in, right, full throttle kind of energy, is requiring you to sit down, shut up, and listen to the thoughts of another. You're stepping outside of the idea of it's only a certain way. Spirit's bringing to my attention too that you may not fully believe it yet. You're getting there. By the end of September, you will have fully understood what it means to have genuine communication, that it's okay to close your mouth and open your ears, because it's going to work out to your better benefit and whomever you're dealing with. The flow of communication as we move out of Mercury retrograde is going to be so much better. It's like you're being open and you're expressing how it is that you feel, what it is that you think, and you're willing to take in another person's information of what they're giving you, and you're able to sit with that and really understand that other perspective. I love this for you. Sag. Victory. And what comes out? Victory and success. You are defeating those internal demons. You are defeating those codependencies, those toxicities, the obsessions, the lusts, the greed, the whatevers. Spirit is saying you are finding divine partnership. So it doesn't have to be romantic. Let me make this very clear. When we talk about love, love is not just romanticism, right? We define love as romanticism. It's not just romanticism, Sag. It's also very much about the love that we give out to the world. 2233. What you're giving out to the world. It is that ripple effect. It is more than just, I love you. Do you want to spend your life with me? It's not just about romantic partnerships. It's about totality of it all. And anything, and I said 20, when I say 2233, there's, 4 and 5, depending on how I would add them as 2 and 3, so 5, 5. 5, that attachment at the bottom. The masks are coming off. The attachments to the past are changing. You are defeating them with this victory and success. Again, you have closed out a massive cycle. Closed it out, not doing it anymore. I just keep seeing 5s. Everything is adding up to a 5. These changes to you may feel extremely uncomfortable, but God, are they going to catapult you? Did it take, I want to say 60, it was weird. Did Aries, I feel like I'm talking to my older group, or old souls of the collective today. I just wanted to say, did it take you 61 years to figure this out? It could be the last 7 years till you look at that 61, it breaks down to a 7. What do we have here? 7. Last 7 years, take a look at the last 7 years of your life specifically, Sag. What the hell has been in it? And side note to that, just brought to my attention by Spirit, our bodies regenerate every 7 years. Where are you in those 7-year marks? Very, very interesting energy. Sagittarius, I love this. It's not negative. It's not negative at all. This is the fruits of your labor. It is harvesting. It is growing. It is networking. It is working with others. It is just opening you up. We are 24 minutes into this video, and I haven't thrown a damn clarifier yet. 8 of Swords, that mental prison, right? That self-inflicting, restricted energy, and there you are, the Hangman. What I just talked about, perspective, right? Oh my God, I've done this shit to myself for so long. Why do I keep doing this? Why am I holding back? Why am I not giving more of myself to the things that are important to me? Why am I not challenging the things that I've thought to be that are no longer what I thought they were? Woman holding heart. What is this, Spirit? Communication. Starting, I'm going to take these. Eight of Pentacles. You may be dealing with somebody who's starting to open up communication with you. I feel like you are kind of pumping the brakes a little bit. That fell. You're kind of pumping the brakes a little bit. Because, like, if you were dealing with somebody in the past that has now popped up and come back around, their idea of where their heart space lies is changing. There is a realization that the Eight of Pentacles is going to require work. The Eight of Wands is like this that Knight of Wands in the reverse to me is a slow down approach. How do I talk about this? How do I speak about this? Let's just take this at an even keel kind of energy. Let's put this work in slowly. Let's not be impulsive. But here, I'm willing to give if you're willing to give. And that's how this feels to me. Oh, Sagittarius. Sag, King of Wands. There you are. It's a choice. But you see who's coming towards you and for you. You both have divine choices to make at this time. Right? This is a divine partnership and pairing in its own right. For some of you, the person, Sag, you could be younger than this person. Talking about the feminine energy too. You could be younger in this situation, right? Or maybe this person is just more evolved than you are at this point, but they are coming into an awareness of their beauty, of who they are internally, and they're offering you that. They're looking at you, and you're kind of looking back to the past going, I don't want to have any more of this heartbreak and pain that once was, where we have planted seeds and nothing came to fruition. I just felt like it took forever to get here. So there was like, with this surrender, this could have been in partnership in some regard. And Spirit is also saying in some of the work that you've done, where there was like a break of some sort that had to happen in order for that. Like it was like something had to come to an end of that cycle so that you could hear yourself and you could gain enlightenment to move forward. This person may also be experiencing the same thing at this time as well. Community, you've got the Ace of Cups and the Empress. I hate to draw this all into like a romantic sense, but I'm going to tell you new loving opportunities are opening up. There is an understanding. You are harmonizing this particular situation. Fucking 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, you could be oh my God. Some of you could be getting married. You could be doing vow renewals. You may be making plans. You may be just stepping in and honest to God. 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, Sagittarius. What in the hell is going on? I am so happy for you. I mean, seriously, the 10 of Pentacles, the Community card, the 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, Page of Wands, making offers, right? Emperor, like shit. Shit. I love this. I love this for you. I'm so excited. Seriously, you are finding what feels good. You are finding what feels right. You are taking a very strong position in what is stable to you, and you're willing to fucking fight to the death to protect what is coming in for you. Truly. This is, some of you may be getting married. Again, vow renewals. This may be a higher level commitment. This may be a deeper understanding to something. But that 7 is you are admitting the boundaries to what your happiness looks like for you as well on an individual basis. Temperance, there you are, Sag. You're finding a way to temper the backstab, the betrayal, and the hurt from before. You are putting an end to that. You know how you're going. You know where you're going, why you're going that way. Some days it's a little bit easier to get there. You may be trying to decide how this spiritually works in your life. That temperance is also about our spiritualism. Starting to open you up. Maybe there's more to this than the tangible. Maybe there's more than just being happy. Maybe it runs on a deeper spiritual level. And to me, this full moon for you, Sag, is about that spiritual connection. It's about the understanding that this runs so much deeper than the surface level that you have been in for so long. It's like shallow, and Sag, I mean this in the most loving way, right? Because you had to learn, you had to figure it out. But it's like shallow, stupid, well, let's talk about the weather, the news. Well, who are you at your core? What makes you tick? What lights you up? What does your soul need? What does your body need? All of a sudden, you're understanding the temple space within yourself and within your connections to the world outside of you. I love the energy. I love what you're moving into. It's beautiful. And you're mastering it slowly. Slowly. I also feel like for some of you, you're mastering the sense of the ego. I think I brought that up a little bit ago. Just here, my butt. Talked about that ego, right? Like mastering those senses, understanding what's going on and why within you. Like you're willing to go toe to toe, but you're not coming from an asshole kind of space would be the best way to put it. So this is a new cycle. You may be dealing again with somebody from your past somehow, Sag. But you're only taking forward what is meant to come, what is willing to heal with you, rather than drag you off and you get left with nothing. So very, very different. All right, what is this victory for Sagittarius? The Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, right? Victory for this, again, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. I'm going to say Sag, you could be dealing with another Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo. A lot of you could be really dealing with an earth sign, but also the idea of, we talked about grounding earlier, right? A lot of pentacle energy here in every aspect. But this to me is also, looking at the tangible things in life and how they balance out. But I will say this to you. If someone has come in to you with any apologies or love, or if you're the one offering these apologies and love and willing to start anew without the pain and regret of the past, without feeling like in a space of lack, I'm going to clarify this. What is this? These two fives. I talked about those fives earlier. And 32, 23, 5 and 5. There you go again. Massive change. So if you were dealing with someone who was going through, there's that Empress again, a space of loss, a space of lack. If you felt like you yourself were in that space, here's that Empress coming in. You're not dealing with the same kind of energy you dealt with before. This is not the same at all. This is a complete new growth from the healing of the pain in the past that has come to be. This is where you've learned your purpose. This is where you've learned what your growth means. This is where you've learned your value. This is no more of going without. It's understanding that you are deserving and worthy of so much more. And if somebody else can't meet you there, the fuck, then you're not going to do it. Not having it. It's see me for me. That I am blessed. It's just not going to be. The Hierophant in the sideways position is those traditions, and the Six of Hierophant. Let me slow myself down because I'm getting super excited for you. The Hierophant in the sideways position, traditions, right? Foundations, spiritual beliefs, understanding, hierarchy, patriarchy, whatever you want to call it. What's the word I'm looking for? A higher authority, right? Taking the authoritative role in your own life. I feel like you and somebody else are balancing out where you both fit. On top of that victory card, you've got the Six of goddamn Wands. Victory, success, happiness, riding off into the sunset, whatever you want to call it. And under the bottom of this is you're finally recognizing what choices you have at hand, and it's turning out for the better. It's no more looking at the loss and the lack. It's no more of the pain. Like, you've put in your time, you've put in the work, you've put in the strife and the struggle, you've dealt with it, you've gone through it. And now it's like karmic rewards as this cycle closes. If you've done the next best thing, you've done the right thing, you've listened, you've paid attention, you've gotten tuned in again, that dial, right? You've gotten tuned in. Spirit's like, hey, we see what you've done. We see what you've tried. Maybe you didn't get it right every time. Maybe you screwed up. Those are lessons, right? You didn't fail. You were learning a lesson. And now that you have, here's your opportunity and your growth with that Ace of Pentacles. Let us give you something more. We see what you've done. We see what you've put in. Let's start a new cycle. 35 on the clock. We're going to start anew. Sag, I love this new cycle for you. I truly do. All right, Sag, let's see. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Again, Taurus again. That Venus there, that's Libra, and my mind just went blank. Libra and Taurus. A lot of Taurian energy running around right now, though, too. But Taurus is being very much affected by a lot of these retrogrades in depth. So, actually, I'm going to take these two because that one was flipped up, too. So, I'm going to take these. So, Sag, your advice from the Kuan Yin deck is drink from the Emerald Fountain. The Divine Feminine encourages your awakening and empowerment. Your sincerity is evoking Kuan Yin's divine intervention. It makes sense to be open to receive it, to step forward and drink from the Emerald Fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Kuan Yin. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. You do that I'll go to toe with you. I'll I'm defending what I've worked for here. That is coming from this space of the power within you, and it's not from an egotistical space. Immortal treasures. Within you are precious immortal treasures, gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer. Whether formally or informally, your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, that is now unfolding for you. Sag, longest reading I've done so far this series. This is amazing. Like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so stoked for you. Like, my excitement is like, off the charts right now too, because I remember like thumping your asses left, right, and sideways for so many readings. And I felt so bad, but I knew it had to be said, right? Like, it's my job to deliver those tough messages. But to see whatever this shutdown had to happen, however, whether it was you making that choice, somebody else making that choice, there had to be a disconnect, because there was, in the midst of this, like, it feels like a void. But in that time frame over that month is what they're giving me. You were learning something so valuable. You learned something immensely valuable during that time. And now it's time to take off again. It's time to start anew. It's time to begin a whole new journey for yourself. Whether it's just you or with somebody, but regardless, this is about you transforming, transmuting any hurt, any past disappointments. Because Spirit's showing you the way in love and in life, they're saying. It's a completely different way of being. Embrace it. Love it. Enjoy it. Know it comes with challenges. But I think you're much more better suited this time around to express and to listen, which is going to be so important when you deal with other energies. You have to be willing to understand them and meet them there. So don't dummy yourself down by any means, but you're ready to meet people where they're going to meet you. And this is beautiful. I love it, Sag. Love it. I love it. I love it. Best reading ever for you guys that I've done. So Sag, if you found this reading resonated for you, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Feel free to comment, feel free to share with friends and family. It's very much appreciated. Again, if you're interested in personal services, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. Mercury is messing with me today. And if you, and then holisticallyzenwv.com. I'm getting sidetracked. So guys, I'm wishing you the very best month of September. Keep up the good work. Keep pushing through. Whatever you're doing, it's working. It's working. I love it. It's working for you. So keep going. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.